And now it is
Here
time.
he comes.
Eating a W.
He's showing
He's
up.
coming in. We're live.
The great, the one, the only.
What's up?
He's
Thank
in
you.
the building.
Man,
Here he is. How are you, James?
How are you?
It's
How you,
good
Mike?
to see you,
Good
man.
to see you too.
All right,
All right,
come
here we go.
come in hot. Just go ahead.
Come in
Take it
hot.
on. Yeah, come in hot. Come in like, give me your Thursday night football pregame speech. Just come in.
Get us going. It's been a long day.
We're tired.
well,
We're
first,
really tired.
Our
Get us
aunties
going.
and uncles are watching.
First, man, extreme level of gratitude for you, Chris, and you, Mike. I've been avid fans of y'all, especially you being in Tampa.
Thanks, big
and
guy.
just seeing what you have done with PFT and just listening to you talk, and you've always been very straightforward about me. I really respect people that are honest and that study this game. So, man, I'm just grateful to be on set with y'all.
Thanks.
All right,
Damn, you
let's
made
go.
me feel good.
That's
Damn. Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey, and we loved what you did this year in Cleveland. That Thursday night game in the snow globe was a thing of beauty, and you bring a joy to football because, look, people follow it because they like it, and you make people happy, and that's a credit to you. You're your authentic self. It's not phony. It's not fake. You're just who you are, and I think that there's an element to that naturally makes you somebody people want to watch and people want to listen to. So credit to you for being exactly who you are, unabashedly, unapologetically. You are you, and it's great, and people love it.
Well, thank you so much, man. One of the songs that me and my boys listen to is by John Batiste, a St. Aug legend here in New Orleans. Is "You Can Only Be Who You Are," and Justin Bieber's actually on that song as well.
Right.
So it's a pretty cool song. So I just take pride in just authenticity. I think teammates love it, especially your old linemen. They don't want a different guy coming to hold every single time.
Right.
And the way that my career has been, man, me just being that light in the locker room, encouraging guys, just being that peace, it just allows them to be who they are so we can play free.
Were you always a talker? Where did all these great phrases come from? How does it happen?
Well, I always was a talker, man. I remember back in my Florida State days, Eric Thomas had reached out to my wife because some of the stuff that I was doing throughout the year, and I've always listened to his YouTube videos online. Another person I listen to is Inky Johnson, who's a popular motivational speaker as well. Les Brown, all those people. So like, YouTube has these videos. They're like, you must listen to this when you wake up.
Right.
So just on the journey of just listening to them, getting some motivation, getting revved up, and man, I like just speaking into my teammates' lives, man. Like when you're in the NFL, it's a long season, and sometimes guys, they don't want to hear you speaking, but sometimes you gotta give them a little pick-me-up.
Yeah. Like it's like when you did that in the camera. I mean, the locker room and the camera before the game. Do you think about it at all, or are you just that natural at it that you can kind of just say those things and you're that good at that to do that?
Yeah. Well, as you know, like
Right.
in preparing for a game, you
Right.
have your own notes, right?
Yeah.
And me being present, like when I meditate, I write down some of my thoughts, some things that I think that I can apply on that given day. So typically my speeches, my talks to the guys are typically straight from the heart or reflections of what I've written earlier that morning before the game. So most of the stuff is unscripted, man. Like, but on one of the ones where I spoke about unwavering faith, ultimate belief, independence on the Lord, that's just something that I was writing down when I was studying my Bible in the morning. And the NFL did something new. They let the cable networks talk to the guys right before the game.
Right.
And that was my first week starting. And I was like, man, I'm already in my zone in terms of like, I'm getting
Right.
ready to play. So I'm going over my notes. I'm going over my meditations. I'm going over my plays. And that just came up. Media guy came and grabbed me like, hey, James, like, you forgot. We got to go outside. And I was like, oh, okay. So,
And then it was snowing, and you were like, it can't be any better than this.
no, it didn't get no better than that Pittsburgh game, man. My first snow game ever in the Cleveland Browns-Pittsburgh Steelers rivalry.
Right.
Just the magnitude of that game. It was amazing.
One of the games of the year. It honestly was. As a TV viewer, I think we had about as
Oh, it was
fun on that on
incredible.
a Thursday
It was
night.
incredible.
The way you played, Russell Wilson played good. It came to the end. It was awesome, and thanks for giving us a little extra sizzle on there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it felt like one of those games where, because we see the Steelers do this all the time, they find a way to win. You guys kept slamming the door on them, and that's what made it even more special. Fun to watch and fun to see the Steelers. You got out-Steelered the Steelers that night, which doesn't happen very often, especially in the division. What's next for Jameis Winston after the years in Tampa, years with the Saints, your time with Cleveland? What's 2025 mean?
Well, man, I'm praying for another opportunity to go out there and sling that pill and prove to these owners and head coaches that I can be a trustworthy quarterback. I think that's the only thing that I haven't proved since I've been in this league. I've had the numbers in terms of statistics, but, man, I haven't won enough football games. People could talk about the turnovers, but, man, it's people that won games where they were negative in the turnovers. Just turnover game.
Yeah,
but it's
right,
about winning football games,
Yeah.
man. And I do believe that I know how to do that. I'm just looking for somebody that can team up with me and want to do that with me.
How do you get to this next little? Because listen, I talk to coaches around the NFL. They watch you on film and they're like, "Man, Jameis Winston at his best. He's heard me say this. You do superstar stuff." But the trust tree, like you're talking about, we've all been there. I was an interception pick six guy too, right? How do you work it out of your game? What do you do? What are you going to do going forward to try to knock it away?
Yeah, I think it's just focusing on winning, man. I spent the past 3 years after the 2019 year, which was the anomaly of my career where I threw 30. Like, I spent so much time talking to therapists about, interceptions. Like, how can I process stuff? What I need to be writing to myself on the sideline. But all that stuff is good and it's awareness and it allows me to be present, man. But when I look down at it, like the most important stat that a quarterback has is winning.
Yeah.
Like, so now I'm just pushing all my thought energy to like, man, what are the keys to winning? And obviously eliminating negative plays will help with that winning process.
Right.
But taking my thought energy from not throwing interceptions, I had a popular one that Lord delivered me from pick sixes.
Right.
And he actually did deliver me from pick sixes that season. I should have been more specific talking about interceptions in general.
You're funny.
But I believe it's just focusing on winning and just being disciplined over and over and over again. And one thing about me, man, I'm an exciting player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say that I'm a pick machine, but I like to take chances.
Yeah.
I am aggressive.
Right.
But there are time and a place to be aggressive. So me understanding the whole course of the game, and I think that's why me and Sean Payne did a great job because, man, he helped me understand, like, Jameis, this is how we're going to win this game.
Right.
All right? We don't need you to do this.
Right.
This is what we got Cam Jordan and Mario Davis for, okay?
Right.
This is why we got a great Darren Reed's a great special team coach. Special teams going to win this game for us. You're not winning the game for us, but we are winning the game. And I think understanding how can we win the game is more important than how many yards you can throw for, how many touchdowns you can throw for, and all that stuff.
One thing that gets overlooked in your career, though, you mentioned the 30 interceptions in 2019, and we remember watching that 30th win in overtime against Atlanta in the last week of the regular season. You threw for 5,109 yards that year. There aren't many human beings in the history of the NFL that have thrown for 5,000 yards, and that's something to be proud of. And that's I mean, it's a rarity, and you did it. Forget the 30 interceptions. You're in that small club of 5,000-yard passers.
Yes, no, I'm grateful for that, man. And statistics is things that, I can tell my kids back in the day, but my kids want to see me win. Man, throwing for 5,000 yards is amazing, but when you got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, when you got the pieces that I had around me, Bruce Arians coming in, allowing me to go all in on my plays, go all in. Brian Leftwich calling the best plays in the world, working with Clyde Christensen. We had the makeup. Obviously, you saw next year they won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, the best to ever do it. Right. So we had the makeup, man. I just think if I would have had another year in that system with Bruce, I would have been able to lead my team to that as well. But, everything that I learned, it's intentional. We have to grow from our mistakes. This year, I got thrown into the fire again, started off hot, and then I sizzled down. So it's just about being consistent, maintaining that level of focus throughout the year. And I'm ready for that, man. I'm tired of falling short.
Cute kids are cute as hell. I've seen some of the videos. You at Sonic getting the food delivered to the car is hilarious. You would have thought
Swenson's, not Sonic.
Oh,
Swenson's.
My bad.
That's a Cleveland staple.
My bad. Either way, you would have thought they brought him diamond rings out. He was like, "This is amazing. We're in the car and they're serving us food."
No, there's no other place that puts a tray on the window.
That's why I said there are other places, because I went to Texas and they had Sonics down there, and they would do that down there.
I love my ocean water at Sonic.
Okay,
but
cool.
Swenson's had a California, and it's kind of grape, and they had an Ohio, which is an orange flavor. So it's really good.
When you're done with your career, you're going to be trying to steal my job? You're going to go in the media?
I can't steal your job because what y'all do is phenomenal. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go all in into whatever opportunity that I have. I have a foundation where we provide, Jameis Winston Dream Forever Foundation, where we provide resource opportunities for underprivileged youth, providing them with Wi-Fi, iPads, robotics, Legos. It's just this creative space to encourage kids that you can do anything you put your mind to, but we want you to visualize and dream it. Tables like these filled with whiteboards. So kids can just do whatever they want to do. So that's very important to me. So actually working on that and seeing how I can best serve my community. I can get into motivational speaking. You know what I'm saying? I like encouraging people. Some people want me to be a pastor, but whatever the Lord has in store for me, I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities, Chris.
Hey, The Giants.
Well, they're looking.
The G-Man.
Saquon Barkley's already suggested it,
Yeah.
and I know that you weren't exactly dismissing the possibility. Are you, and just bigger picture, surely you want to go somewhere where you have a chance to start. You're not just going to go be backup like you went to Cleveland to be the backup to Deshaun Watson, and then when he gets injured, you play.
Yeah.
You want a chance to be the week one guy.
Yeah, obviously, I want to be the guy, but I understand the dynamic of business, and I know that people are risking their life, just to get a draft pick or get whatever they want, and I know people have their favorites. So if I can find a bridge opportunity where I can make the way for a young guy but have the opportunity to prove that I can be a consistent starting quarterback in this league, that's the opportunity that I'm looking for. But anyway, I want to be in the NFL, whether serving, if I have to go give guys water, I want to do that. I love this league. This is my dream, was to be in the NFL. My dream should have been to win Super Bowls. I have developed that dream, but I did everything that I wanted to do.
What about coaching? I'm seriously. It's a way. I mean, you've got the way to motivate. You've got the knowledge of the game.
Right.
I know it's a lot of work.
Yes.
And I know you tried it and you saw how much work it is.
Yeah,
But
and
what about
I didn't want to miss my kid.
Everything requires a long amount of intentional work. In coaching, I have so much respect for coaches with their relationship with their families and building a relationship with the players. I think it's so amazing just to see those guys grinding Monday through Saturday, watching film ahead, getting all these clips, taking notes about all that stuff. I believe it's amazing. I would love to be able to have a room, have a group that I can lead, man. One thing I really want to do is get into the executive office space, learning this business, learning how to manage the cap, learning how to build together a team. Because I think one thing that the NFL does a good job with is assembling key pieces together to make some magic happen. And I do believe, with my knowledge and the resources that I have, that I believe I can put together a good team. I just need me a good cap guy, and a good quarterback.
We only got a few minutes because we do have a hard out here.
Okay,
but
sorry.
You talked about quarterbacks just find a way to win. We're going to watch a guy on Sunday that's all he does, 15, right? Tell me what jumps out to you, because I know you've seen crossover film. You played against them.
Yeah.
What is it about 15 and Brett?
Man, every time I watch Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid's offense, I'm just like, man, what would I do in Andy Reid's offense? I think he has an unbelievable just to make the right play. And what I mean by making the right play is not just making bums over bad dash to Tyreek Hill early on in his career. It's taking checkdowns to his running back. It's relying on his most consistent NFL tight end that we've ever seen in Travis Kelce. It's amazing how they know that they're throwing the ball to Travis Kelce, and he always finds a way. I think one of the key things that he does so well that I take note of is how he extends the plays. This game is a game where you have to be able to extend the play no matter how slow you are in this NFL. So you can – these defenses are good defenses. They're matching up every single thing, and Patrick Mahomes does that better than anybody, always keeping his eyes down the field to beat you with his arm. And, man, he doesn't look like he runs 4.5, but, man, he can move when he's scrambling for those third downs.
Everybody say you're probably about the fifth person that's played with him on the field, and they've said he's faster than it looks.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, right?
Yes, but I believe Jalen wins as well, man.
Right.
I think this is an excellent matchup with two teams that are very sound. What do I mean by sound? They both don't make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
They both lean on the running game. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes does everything. He gets his running game with screens and perimeter things.
Right.
But they both find a way to get that minimal running game, get 4 yards. They stay efficient in the chains. This game is going to come down to which quarterback can make the big play when it matters most.
All right, Big Mouth, then who's going to win?
Man, I'm in the best of both worlds, man. Literally, seeing Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts have their second head-to-head battle, being an African-American quarterback, seeing this greatness in them is inspiring.
All right. Awesome stuff, Jameis. Great to see you as always.
He's a man.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.